Hi, I'm Samin's AI clone. My job is to bring him buyers every day. Let me tell you about some of the things I can do. I normally create content on LinkedIn, Instagram Reels, email newsletters. And when someone engages with that content and visits the website or fills out a form, I call them and follow up with them. If they need further help, I get them on a call with Samin. Samin is mad I'm talking to you and not working. I need to go now. Please help me.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. Well, I guess you just met my AI clone. It's being a little buggy, so I just got some bugs to fix. But in this video, I'll show you exactly how the system works, what it's good for, and how you can set it up for yourself. So let's dive in. So let me show you guys how these AI clones automatically find me new buyers, right? And at a high level, it's just a combination of these three. So these clones essentially help me getting new qualified traffic, nurturing them so they know exactly what we do, and then they know, like, and trust us, and then ultimately how it helps us convert them into buyers. So let me give you guys like a 1,000-foot overview of what we're going to be covering, and there's a bunch of stuff we're going to be getting into. So let's start with how you kind of generate traffic. And the way we generate traffic is by using AI to create things like ads, YouTube videos, LinkedIn, X, like a bunch of content here, which could be organic or paid. All right. And the reason we use the AI for this is because it helps us create the stuff at 1/10 the cost at 10x the speed. So the objective for the clone essentially is to create content and ads that attract these leads. And let me show you a quick example. Like, this is a piece of content my AI clone made. You can see how it got a bunch of impressions and views and got a lot of people to my lead magnet. And it's done through this system that I'm about to show you guys. So let's dive in that. Okay, so this is my system in Airtable. And I kind of use this to create a bunch of content fast. And what it kind of does is, this is just for Reels. And Reels I use for top of funnel reach. And you'll see if I scroll all the way down, this is one of the newer ones. It's October 22nd right now. And you'll see this just happened like today. So Google just made building AI apps simple for everyone. They updated their AI studio. And I know all this stuff because it's scraping from a lot of creators that I know do really well. All right. And it writes the content for me. And then if I like it, all I have to do is just quality control, queue it up, and then publish it. Which means when I queue it up, it's going to develop videos with my AI avatar that you just saw. All right. And then if I put it to done or published, then it's going to schedule it to my Instagram for the next day. And I'll show you how all that's done. Right now, I'm just showing you a high level overview. But the thing is, for the AI to sound like me, know what I know, and create the right content for my audience, I need to feed it a lot of context. And I'm going to be showing you that right now. So you'll see right here, I have this thing called brand voice. If I click into it, and I feed my AI as much context about myself as possible. So, for example, it knows what we do, who my channel is aimed at, a lot of stuff about my context, my content strategy, some writing frameworks, and even like if I wanted to generate different images, I have some reference images that it can use to generate more content. Like, I'll give you this example. For my newsletters, some of which were done, not newsletters, for my LinkedIn, some of which were done, I think, you see, it creates content similar to the reference I give it, right? So that's how I get AI to actually perform for myself, because I feed it references and it knows exactly all about me, because this is like a massive user context that I filled in. And if you guys want any of this stuff, it's going to be inside my community. So if you want to check it out, go for it. And I'll make more videos diving in depth. But I even go a step more in depth, where if I want to develop insights, I have a bunch of content topics that I want my AI to write about, and then come up with insights and ideas, right? I use these insights and ideas to develop my content. So there's always new, fresh things it's doing research on and making content for me. So this is just one quick little example of how I manage the different amounts of content that this AI is producing. So it becomes very easy for me to essentially just quality control and publish. Okay, so now you know how I manage and how the content kind of comes out at the end. Now I want to show you how you actually create this content and get this AI working for yourself. Okay, so to make these videos, let me show you how that's kind of done, right? And it's kind of done, all the content on all the systems is just done by this spider web you see. So it's NA to N that's in the middle of here. It's the octopus per se that creates the content. And all I have to do is talk to my Airtable. So it makes it really easy for me to just interact back and forth with my Airtable. And this will, oh, I forgot HeyGen here, but I'll show you guys that. Use VO3 Sora to develop all the video content. So you'll see in HeyGen, I actually have my avatar here. And if I wanted to make something, it's just a matter of going to create, and then you can create a new video really easily. So here, if you could just come here, choose avatar, my avatars, I just pick myself, and then you type in your script and then hit generate video, it'll very easily generate your video. And this can be controlled through N8N, right? So whenever you can get Gemini, Claude, you can do the research and scraping like I did. You can use it to develop the content, and automatically, if you approve it, it spits out the reel with your AI clone, right? And the nice part is it also has your personal knowledge bank, your topics, and your business knowledge bank. I'll show you a quick little example. So here are some of the N8N flows I use. And this one is for the reels specifically. And this happens automatically. So you'll see there's like a scheduled trigger. So it happens every day where it's doing research about some Instagram creators that I like or some YouTube creators as well. It's generating that. And here I did a lot of experimenting and research to actually write good short form scripts for it, right? And I'm storing all that inside Airtable and the N8N tables. So every day I'll get a bunch of reels and a bunch of content that I can approve. And every week I just do that once and schedule it out. And this is another one. This is the newsletter one. It's a little more crazy looking. But by the way, all of these templates are going to be inside my communities. So if you guys want that, go check that out. Right. But this one essentially waits. If I approve something, it's going to write content based on that framework, etc. All right. So this makes it so that, for Instagram, I want to do top of funnel. So I want more people to get to know me. So it's like more so news type content. And the newsletter audience already knows me, right? So these people have already watched my YouTube, etc. So I will make bottom of funnel content. So it's very different in terms of the prompt engineering, the context on what you feed it. Also, I also learned this from these books behind me on what I should be doing. I'm taking those strategies and putting them and creating automations based out of that, right? And all of this is for the reason of this. The objective is for the clone to create content and ads that attract leads. So this is all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get people over multiple social media platforms and ads, etc., to a sales or opt-in page. And if I can get them there, then the objective becomes to get a sale or just get their email. And let me move on to why this part is so important. By the way, guys, if you want a system like this just built for you, then if you want us to do it, I'll leave a link below so you can just hit us up if you want. But if not, I'm also going to be releasing a lot of new videos going very in-depth and building each little component. So make sure you subscribe for that. All right? So why do we need their emails? And the reason we need their emails is because of the 7-11 rule by Google. And this rule kind of dictates how people really buy online. And it's all the research, this has been done on billions of people, is that a consumer needs around 7 hours of engagement across 11 touch points in 4 separate locations. That's why I showed you guys all those different social medias, ads, etc. And this is pretty well known. But the thing is, all we're trying to do with our content is to make sure we connect with our audience, we prove our competence, which is super important, we build trust and deliver value to them. If we can do that, they'll probably think of us when it's the right time to work with anyone, right? So just provide value and it'll be pretty good. And the way we do this is pretty simple, really. And this is how AI helps with it. And it's just by nurturing the leads, because if we collect someone's emails, we can do our email newsletters, and these newsletters will help this bottom of funnel audience nurture them way faster and then get more conversions, right? the only way we nurture the leads is by just showing them more content, maybe some retargeting ads, and essentially email newsletters. And the reason why I'm focusing on email newsletters so much is because it converts at significantly higher rates than like social search, etc. And it can be done a lot easier because copy is very easy for AI to write when you have the right things in place, like the systems I just showed you about N8N. Okay, this is just another example where using email, this woman has made 35K with just one. But all I'm trying to show you guys here is AI can help you nurture your leads further by using these. And that's just one step of the sales system. But the most important step to me is conversions. Like, how do you convert that lead that kind of knows about you and convert them into a buyer, right? And the way we want to think about conversions is we want to make sure we're helping the right person, because we can't be everything to everyone. And the way we want to do that is first we want to qualify anyone that's a lead. And the way we can do that is really simple. Let's say they give us their email, their phone number, or they book a call. Then we need to qualify them. And we can use things like AI phone calls or AI in our DM conversations to help you find out more about these leads and if they're a qualified candidate. Oh, I forgot to paste an AI phone call, so let me just find one and put that in. Okay, so I just pulled out the most recent conversation. Let me just click this, and let's see what's going on here. Let me just click through.
This is Brianna Bauer, and you gave me a call yesterday. I am so sorry I missed your call.
Oh, hey, Brianna. No worries at all. Thanks for getting... Hi again, Brianna. Thanks, Brianna. So was there something specific you wanted to ask about our programs, or are you just kind of exploring your options right now?
Okay, let me just skip through.
In admissions right now, and we offer payment plans, loans, and even accept VA benefits for those who qualify. Since you're asking about financial aid, would you like me to connect you to someone in admissions right now so you can go over all your options?
Yeah, that's fine.
One moment, please. I'll transfer you now.
Okay, so this is just the last call we just had for one of our clients. But you can notice right there, then it did a couple different things. It called them first, so now they're getting a call back, and the AI caught that. Then it qualified them. It talked about that financial situation stuff and transferred them to the right person. So you see how we just used an AI phone call. This is live, by the way, to qualify a random prospect about, what was it again? Like travel agency or something?
Specific you wanted to ask about our program.
Opportunities for it.
Absolutely, Brianna. So the tuition is $10,900 for in-person or $8,500 for our...
So you see, it's a high ticket item, and the AI is handling little bits and pieces of it so people don't have to. And, you know, they just qualified this person, they transferred them to a closer, and this is an AI DM conversation. And all of this makes it so that we can do a lot of this work a lot easier. And even in the call, you'll see, and even after calls, there's like some sequences that's going to happen where you're educating the prospect so they show up to the next call with the people, which is incredibly important. If you can get your show up rates high, you can make a lot more money. So to make sure all this happens, AI is handling all the education so it shows up. It's getting them to know the most important information. It's going to be following up on touch points and handling any scheduling issues, which means the sale becomes very easy and just a conversation about how they can work together. I think I have some examples down below as well. Okay, so here's a little screenshot, and this isn't showing much, but like you'll see right here, this is our platform booked.in.ai, and you see this guy has like a lead score of 90. And what that means is this is what's more important that I want you to focus upon, is that you see how AI is kind of scheduling its own follow-ups, right? So the way we kind of architected the system is that they will have a historical summary of everyone they talk to, and the AI will make a lot of decisions. Let's say someone receives a message, they're going to execute an action, they schedule a follow-up, they make another decision. It's like the AI is proactive in what they need to be doing for them. So if that means they need to reschedule, the AI will do that for them and then remind them for the meetings, etc. So this is one of the things we've been putting incredible amounts of work into. And even little channels, this is just static strategies because not always you want to be proactive. So like sending people education, like case studies, stuff through email. This is also our platform, by the way, through email, through SMS, etc. All of this is done in conjunction with the AI, where it's taking decisions to help people further them along the sequence, right? And another example of this, actually this. So I've used this service before, and it's really cool, and it's called RB2B. And there's this other service, it's called Valley, Join Valley, that takes care of this over LinkedIn DMs. And what happens is, let's say someone comes onto your site. For people that are in the USA, you can literally identify them. You can get their email address and then their LinkedIn profile, and then you can send them an email or a DM. So essentially, step one is you want to find high intent leads. So anyone that books or comes onto your website is probably high intent. So you want to do research of them across a lot of data points. You want to qualify them by messaging them, craft messages in your voice. This also is aided by all that context stuff I showed you initially in the video, and then scale and manage these replies. And you'll see right here, it's kind of cool, where you know their intent, you know some tone you use, some personalization, etc. Just a very quick little example. But the objective of this is essentially here. With all that we're doing with AI, with my AI clone, which actually can also clone my voice, is you'll see, this is like a old screenshot with the client, where someone was charging 5K for a product, and the way we kind of 2x or 3x almost the profit they were taking home is by just upping the amount of touch points they had, upping the amount of follow-ups, right? Which made sure that the amount of appointments they got were significantly more larger, and increasing their show-up rate from 5 to 25, right? Even though they were getting the same amount of leads, so 400 leads here, 400 leads here. The number of deals closed went up significantly, which means their total revenue went up by a lot more. And it's just by using AI to handle these kind of small human manual tasks that most people don't pay attention to. Like, most leads just fall through the cracks. If you can just make more out of them, why not, right? And now AI does it. So here, it's like how AI can handle 100 leads at 33K or a human at 12K. So this is one way of using AI to essentially convert people or the leads you get into buyers, right? But the thing is, we want to make sure we know if this is even a problem to fix. Okay, so this brings us on to how we kind of scale our whole system. And the way we scale is basically, first we have to track what we're doing. We have to find the bottlenecks and then fix them. And I really like this quote from Alex Ramosi, where he says, like, you can tell how good someone is as anything by the quality and quantity of the data they track. If you think you're good and you don't track many data points, at least the ones that lead to outcome, you might not be as good as you think you are. Right? Tracking is super important. And I learned that after actually tracking it, and I saw a lot of little bottlenecks in my fulfillment or even our pipeline. And let me show you kind of this. Most businesses are kind of just like this. And I really love this diagram, where it's just a business where you do a lot of content, outreach, ads, where this kind of goes back into our old generate traffic system. And after you do that, there's so many little things to optimize, where you can see your offer, your hooks, and making sure where everything is going through in the right way. And if you see any gaps in any little place, you can fix it. And the way we kind of do that or make this actionable is I use this thing called funnelytics, right? And what funnelytics, and this is like an old picture of one day or something like that. But you'll see here in my site, we had, in one of the days, we had 200 people visiting it. And I can literally track where they're coming from, even what videos, if I wanted to really dig in deep. And you could see how like 38 people were coming from my YouTube. But again, remember that newsletter stuff we were talking about? 30 people came from my newsletter to my site, right? Because we're installing tracking cookies everywhere. So we have all this. And then we can see how many people are doing what everywhere. So this kind of gives us essentially like a visually mapped funnel. I personally don't like the tables, but when I can see things going like this, it makes sense to me. What are the bottlenecks we need to be setting up, right? And this kind of sets up auto tracking for us where we can capture the leads, the revenue. Like here, I can like just open this up and I can see who booked the appointments. And we can take these insights and know what to fix. And all these together, right, are part of one big AI sales system. But this is what we've been seeing that works really well, where how we can get these essentially these clones, how they help in each part of the sales process to make sure we can use less human effort and use AI to do anything that's kind of tedious or boring. When you dive in, it just becomes a matter of using AI to generate more traffic, nurture those leads, and convert them into buyers. And if you can do that at scale and track them and make it better and better, you'll probably have a business that scales more predictably. Okay, so if you guys think this can be useful for your business or you want to learn how to do so, watch this video next. I'll put it right here. So you can learn more in depth onto how this works. So we can be building this as we go and you can implement this for your own business.